Shalom family, I am Elder Maad, aka Shantae Peoples. Not really known for music, but I'm out here trying to represent the true music movement. If you go on my YouTube page, Elder Maad, have like over 80 songs edifying the body of Christ. Please support a brother. Shalom.
Yellow tape and sirens, we become accustomed to. I can hear shots ring out, the victim the color of you. Injustice after injustice, my people, what do? Protest and burn up the streets, riot and loot, 400 years of atrocities. Nothing has changed, vote for another master. Are you insane? Our leaders are sold to the mischief. Keep us in chains, it's time to open your eyes. Use your brain. What has protesters marching and burning our communities done for our people? The emancipation and proclamation never freed our people. My people through sorcery, we've been bamboozled. They gave us religion to deceive and confuse you. Northern nation and skippers, the Hebrew, to build their kingdom, they had to enslave you. They covered what we do because of you, they despise you. We're the children of God, so they plotting to kill you. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a slave. Who thinks they free doesn't know he's a slave. They has planned the plantation, said run, run. We thought we was free. Here's what you crow. Hire overseas the hunters down. They kills like animals. Fed their babies to their gators. Now you tell me who's the animal. Your president was black. GZ Lambo was blue. Wanna look at my community. But what did he do? Nothing has changed, it only got worse. My people are oppressed and spoiled. For lack of knowledge, our God is laws. We are destroyed. My people through sorcery, we've been bamboozled. They gave us religion to deceive and confuse you. Northern nation and skippers, the Hebrew, to build their kingdom, they had to enslave you. They covered what we do because of you, they despise you. We're the children of God, so they plotting to kill you. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a slave. Who thinks they free doesn't know he's a slave. He said that we would take counsel, but not of him. Bone with joints is bone, no spirit within. Men will come up with solutions, but swing at the wind. A curse is every man that hang from a limb. With that being said, Deuteronomy said that we'll be the people suffering the curse. No assurance of our lives in this land. The oppression only gets worse. For food and water and shelter, it's written we must serve our enemies. It's written about you, and we're serving our enemies. My people through sorcery, we've been bamboozled. They gave us religion to deceive and confuse you. Northern nation and skippers, the Hebrew, to build their kingdom, they had to enslave you. They covered what we do because of you, they despise you. We're the children of God, so they plotting to kill you. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a slave. Who thinks they free doesn't know he's a slave. He said by the fruit we should know him. So let's discuss the tree. Doctrines of confusion, Islam and Christianity. We had Martin Luther, even Malcolm X. He let them gather to Christ. Is his enemy. He said his true disciples was teach and keep his words. A dream of integration was absurd. Never told us that we was the chosen people to whom he gave his laws. The only solution was to cast away sin and return to his law. My people through sorcery, we've been bamboozled. They gave us religion to deceive and confuse you. Northern nation and skippers, the Hebrew, to build their kingdom, they had to enslave you. They covered what we do because of you, they despise you. We're the children of God, so they plotting to kill you. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a slave. Who thinks they free doesn't know he's a slave. My people, we try to be tame. Protesting ain't knocking down walls. I promise you the Bible is true. Trust in men as I flaw. Two kingdoms can't rule at once. They're hidden the truth of our kingdom. Oh, thy kingdom come. Christ should bring our kingdom. This war is about dominion, and the veins is the blood of the Son. They know when our king arrives, these nations are done. He promised our father Abraham that he would establish the seed of Jacob. They dread the day that we will rule the world from Mount Zion. My people through sorcery, we've been bamboozled. They gave us religion to deceive and confuse you. Northern nation and skippers, the Hebrew, to build their kingdom, they had to enslave you. They covered what we do because of you, they despise you. We're the children of God, so they plotting to kill you. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than a slave. Who thinks they free doesn't know he's a slave.